Hello again, sixth graders. This is day 2 with the same learning target. Let's review it. Today my learning goal is to know how to gather evidence for my performance-based writing task. I will know that I've reached my learning target if I can create a T-chart that gathers evidence for an argumentative essay. Reaching this learning target will help me to better understand writing an effective argument requires careful planning and a rich understanding of the topic. So, let's go back to my T-chart. And I have my first piece of evidence for The Black Hole of Technology by Lina Khan. And I wrote one reason why I believe that online access and electronic devices do not improve our lives. So, basically I'm going to focus on 2 different sources and add one more piece of evidence for the black hole of technology, and that way I will have enough information to at least begin my argumentative writing task. So I went again to my text, The Black Hole of Technology, and I looked for some information that would support my claim about the harmful effects of technology, basically, that it's not helpful. So I found basically that a line that said, no one appreciates and it's somewhere. Where did I find that piece? There it is. I should have underlined this when I found it. That's why it's important once you find a piece of text and you're transferring it to a T-chart that you mark it so that you can come back to it. And this is reason number 2. So I'm going to add reason 2, and of course I'm going to run out of room, so I'll continue on the back after I get started. Reason, she wrote, and this is a direct quote, I'm going to, because this is my second reason, I'm going to write, she also states that no one, and I'm getting this again from my text right here, and I need to start the quote, direct quote, no one appreciates the value, I'm copying it directly from my text because it's a direct quote, appreciates. I'm going to continue on the back side. This is the con side, continue. Appreciates the value of personal interaction or nature. Period. And this quote continues, everything is, comma, go, go, go. I really liked this quote, end quote. I really liked this quote because it really showed, her opinion in language that we can all understand. Go, go, go. We're always going. We're always, moving fast. That's the lifestyle. So I like that quote. And then, of course, I do need to remember to cite my textual evidence. This is Khan, and I use the author's name. And it's on page 215. So I need to go back and make sure I put the evidence here too. It's con page 217. Good. Now let's go back. Okay, so later I'm going to show you how to clarify your textual evidence, because usually when we write, remember when we wrote our explanatory essay, you state your claim, but then you need to explain it to the reader. What do you actually mean by this? Like I said, when traveling to an exotic location, you should enjoy your surroundings without needing to use electronic devices. You don't need a cellular phone to enjoy a place's natural beauty. I'm kind of explaining to the reader. So she also states that no one appreciates go, 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 the value of personal interaction or nature. Everything is go, go, go. And I could say, with by this quote, the author uses common language that we can understand to support her position that we are always on the go, living too fast and not enjoying each moment. Okay, so I'm explaining for the reader basically what my quote means. I'm clarifying for the reader. Remember, we clarify our text evidence. I'm also going to use as my second source, That's Not Progress. In the title itself, it tells us that obviously the author is not pro technology or believes it's helpful, because remember, look, we talked about the picture and how the picture tells us a lot. And if you see this picture, remember we discussed, like, well, what do you think is happening in this picture? And a lot of you said, oh, she fell asleep using her computer, you know, what have you. And you can see she's outside. So the author knows how to get our attention by putting this title and also the photograph of this girl out in nature, but she's on her computer. So, and again, remember, I'm supporting this claim, so that's why I'm going to pick the evidence that supports my position on this issue, that electronic online access and electronic devices do not improve our lives. So, I found a piece of evidence, and I'm speeding up a little bit because this is day 2. I found it in my text that I just showed you, and I wrote, this is probably going to be in a different section, but also, and remember, I want my title, author, genre. Well, I'm just going to put my title. Oh, I have my genre. Also, in an article, this was an article about social networking, and its negative effects remember we're doing the tag, titled, comma, quotation marks, that's not progress. Comma, the author states how frequent, and I'm getting this from the text, the author states This is a direct quote again. I forgot to write how. Frequent users of social media often suffer from pain in the fingers and their wrist. Period, end quote. And then I'm going to explain this quote and write that this is due to the fact, I'm clarifying, that most people spend hours, and I'll use her words, hunched over phones and computers for hours at a time. Okay, period, end quote, because I used a little bit of her words to clarify my argument. Now, I have my two sources, so I'm just going to separate the Lena Khan black hole from the That's Not Progress. Okay, so I make sure I know that I have my two sources. So I might just do source 2, and this would be source 1. Okay. And that basically shows you how to use two sources to add to your T-chart. Now that I've shown you this, I want you to continue adding information that supports your claim. You do not have to agree with me, my claim, because I know many of you love your electronic devices. You have new Chromebooks this year, and I see you using them every chance you get. So if this is your opinion, and I want you to be able to choose your opinion and not follow what I have done necessarily, then you have the tools of how to find. We'll start with one source, and you'll need two at least for this activity, and you might use the other two if you need to make your argument stronger. But go with what your claim is. What's your position on this issue? Do electronic devices and online access really improve our lives? And like I said, if this is your opinion, then you know how to do this. Take one source, find some evidence to support it, and then find another piece of evidence. Then choose another source, find two pieces of evidence, and so forth. This is just my opinion. And like I said, I can argue both. I just wanted to show you the con side because I know many of you are going to write to this. And I don't want you to feel that you have to do what the teacher has done necessarily. Because you guys are smart, you know how to use evidence to support your claims. I've seen it before. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me on School Loop, and I will be glad to answer any questions. I will keep the computer onto School Loop, to keep that page on, so that if you have a question at, say 7 o'clock, that I will be able to answer quickly and not have you wait 2 hours when you're trying to work on this assignment. Hopefully everything, you have everything that you need. And like I said, any questions, please email me. Thank you.